was... That is over now. I can't do anything about this. Night trains are still cool. That was just stressful. At least I'm getting a range of experiences. So I have had a time. I'm in my hostel now. Yeah, I'm like having to do that to keep my clothes up. But like, ignore that. And yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes I've been wearing for like quite a while actually now. Traveling has been super fun. But two things. One, being on your own, you don't have someone to pick you up and lean on in the same way. That's the most obvious thing in the world. But that's something I've learned the fucking hard way. I didn't even think I would feel this way as strongly as I do. After Slovakia, it really knocked me. It was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I knew I just need to get to this hostel. So I got to this hostel. I was feeling okay. I knew I just needed to like rest, and that wasn't going to change. But my check-in obviously usually isn't until like 3 p.m. I got to the hostel to store my luggage. I stored some of my luggage. Not all my luggage would fit in the fucking lockers. So just thing after thing was hitting me, and that is when it gets scary. I felt kind of fine. I feel pretty disgusting. Don't get me wrong. And I started getting like chest pains, and I was like, yeah, you're tired and you're anxious. Ignore it. But tired and anxious, I kind of couldn't ignore it. Sorry. And the chest pains were different to what I've had. They were press. And I was always told that the difference between anxiety and heart problems is that heavy weightedness. I could breathe, but it was just pressing, and I was like, do you know what? This has got to me. This has got to me. Surprise, surprise, it got. And that's just where I've really surprised myself that I've been that much of a pussy bitch, to be honest. I know this is cool. I know this is fun. It's just definitely hard. And also fun makes me sad that I'm not like sharing it, unfortunately. And this room, I thought, sorry, I didn't even talk about my night train station, and I was trying to be nice, but it was really sketchy. I wasn't like freaking out, but I was like, I hate this. It wasn't until it was like, I don't know, like 3 minutes so the train was supposed to show up that it said it was platform 1. So I get to platform 1, I'm like, fine, whatever. But then also I'm still not sure because there was no person on the platform. So long story short, I'm like, I was met with a difficult decision of like, when the train gets here, it's going to leave immediately. So I need to know it's my train and get on it. And what pulled into platform 1 didn't look like any night carriages. And I was like, fuck, I don't know how this shit works. I don't know where the night carriages would be. I don't know what number to look for. I don't know if the numbers are going up or down. And there was no staff on the platform. So as the train starts pulling in, I say to like the person next to me, excuse me, is this for Berlin? And again, it's like English, I don't know. I completely understand that. But I said train to Berlin. I said Berlin. Is it Berlin or not? That's not a language thing. Whatever. Sorry, I sound like a dick. But that was annoying because the train was pulling in and I was like, okay, well, if I don't get on this train, I'm fucking homeless and in the sketchy train station. I need to get on this train. But is this my train? Because then I asked a passenger that was getting on, again, casually. But I'm like, I need to know now because the train's going to leave the second it pulls up because it's kind of late-ish, whatever. And he goes like, it's going to Prague for me. And I didn't know, my fault, I didn't know that the train was going through the Czech Republic to go up. So I just was like, Prague, what the fuck? So I see a man dressed really smart get off the train. And I'm like, great, fine. Now I can get an actual answer of someone. And I just go like, hi, is this train for Berlin? And as I say that, a guy steps in front of me to get on the train. And this guy dressed all fancy starts yelling at him in a different language. But I was speaking to him first, and I was going like, excuse me, Berlin, it's going to Berlin. And he is looking over me like I'm not there, yelling at this other guy in a different language, speaking a different language in general. Meanwhile, the train is going to leave, and I'm like, why is no one helping? Why is he not helping me? And that was just really horrible. It was really, really horrible. I now, in hindsight, think he might have been the first class carriage and was yelling at the guy to not get on at the first class carriage. and also yelling at, and also just not wanting to deal with me because I wasn't first class passenger. But I was just asking if it was going to Berlin. He points at both of us, me and the other guy who's yelling at, to go down the train. So we both run to the next train door, in which the lady that's inside the train doesn't even open the door for us. She just goes, next car, next car. So we run down again. At this point, the beep beep of like the train is leaving is happening, and so it's like, I fucking hate all of you people. You're really mean and helpful here, and it's 10 o'clock at night, and I hate you. And then the final lady, I get on, and I'm sweating at this point and like panting because I've ran quite far now, and I just go like, Berlin, are you going to Berlin? Berlin, because I was like, I just was saying Berlin because I didn't tell you this. Also, a sign I read just said Budapest, so I was like, so it was a really high. It's gonna sound stupid, but it was really high, like stairs to get on the train, and I had a lot of. So I have a heavy bag, a heavy suitcase, and then I have my tote bag, which was full. And my tote bag, sort of, is the only thing on the train because I'm asking at Berlin, and now you'd think she'd answer, being as she knows it's going to Berlin. That's really annoying. You'd think she'd answer just saying, I don't even get, you'd think she'd answer saying, yes, it's going to Berlin. Do you know what she did? She went, Berlin. This bitch went, Berlin, Berlin, Berlin. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you? I don't care. Don't stop making fun of me. Are we going to Berlin or not? And I swear to God, she grabs my arm because I'm like just looking at her helplessly. I don't even know. Everything happened so fast. But I'm just obviously looking at her helplessly because I'm like, I'm not going to continue getting on this train if you're not going to say it's going to Berlin. So instead of saying, yeah, it's going to Berlin, show me your ticket, or just like ticket, something like that, the first thing she does, because again, it's a really high stairs to get actually onto the train floor, and I'm kind of on the bottom step. She grabs my arm, starts pulling me up. I don't think she could see that I had a suitcase and a backpack that were going to weigh me back down if she started pulling me. So get off me! Pulling me so much that my tote bag flies over to her because she's kind of pulled my arm forward to my tote bag to fall off. And I'm just like, what's happening? I'm so like, you know, people in a different language have just basically just parred me off for the last like 30 seconds. I need to get this on this train. I've been in a sketchy train station. I'm not happy. Please, please, please. No one's answering me. I just feel like a crazy person. And she just goes, ticket. And I'm on the train. But at this point, the train starts taking off. I didn't even have time to worry about that. But I was still like, I still don't know if this is Berlin. Obviously, I'm assuming her yanking me on was her way of saying it is. But there are other ways of communicating that. She leads me down to my carriage, and that was nice of her, I guess. My carriage is filled with sleeping people, and they've turned the light off, so it's that awful situation where you're the person who's going to serve everyone, and you have to decide to be confident and be like, look, I don't give a fuck, I have to get my stuff sorted, or you awkwardly make your life more miserable in order to make others simpler. I chose the latter, kind of. And the lady notices that my bunk, which was the middle bunk, which is also something worth being not positive about. No one likes the middle bunk. 6 people, middle bunk. I notice that someone's arm is really hairy, and I just go like, and in a flash I realize there are men in the carriage with me. That wouldn't be a big deal, but I swear on God's green earth, I booked female only carriages. I'm gonna look into the fact that I might have done, because I don't know why I wouldn't have. And then someone had put their stuff on my bed, like their bags, and the carriage lady just took their stuff and threw them on the floor. But that meant, like, I don't know if you've ever been in these situations, but it's very cramped anyway. That meant I had no room to put my stuff, my suitcase, my bag, and my tote bag. So I had to resort to putting my suitcase at the end of my bed, my backpack at the end of my bed, and my tote bag just on my bed. Yeah, it just meant that I had no room to sleep on my bed anymore, and I couldn't make my bed either, and it was boiling hot, so I was like sweating, and I was like, I don't even want to make a bed or sleep because it's so boiling. Best bed might be the bathroom. We're gonna have to ignore the shoes. I'm 2 minutes away from, well, like 5 minutes away from the East Side Gallery. which is really fucking cool. I'm being less of a little bitch now because it's just undeniably like really cool. This is really cool.